When's the last time you seen Alien? The goddamn masterpiece Alien. I watched it last night. It took me like 3 hours to watch it because it kept slowly, frame by framing certain shots. I kept going back and rewatching things. Damn. One thing I didn't remember, it had a lot of handheld shots, a lot of great handheld shots. Ripley running when she's trying to escape the Nostromo. Her going down the hall is this handheld running. And I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. But a lot of unique camera work in this movie that I didn't pay attention to before. But she's running and it's shaking. It looks like a Halloween Horror Nights house. You got a lot of, if you have epilepsy, you're going to die watching this movie. But they have a lot of flashing lights, a lot of strobe lights, a lot of phenomenal, just sweaty, misty, environmental chasms within the ship. This ship has such great atmosphere, such great set design. I think it's the inside of a Navy vessel. I think that's what's supposed to be. The xenomorph is the greatest looking thing ever made. Like, it's such a unique alien. Nothing's like it in any other movie. I've never seen a more unique looking creature in any film. I love that it's drooling, but it's like water. So it's rapid fire drooling, but the acting is phenomenal. Yaphet Kotto, he's my personal favorite. He does such a great job. He's so real. Ash being a goddamn robot. It is true horror right there when he hits him with the fire extinguisher and his head snaps off. That is something else. I can imagine being the first time watching it in a theater in 1979, I think it is. Is that when this movie came out? And this guy hits and his head comes off. And he's just panicking. I was like, oh my God, it's so good. I saw this movie in theaters. My local theater is playing it. Now, last night I watched it on Hulu, but I've seen it in theaters before, and it plays so well in the theater. And I just think this is back when horror was true horror, when it had a great build-up, had a great suspense, slowly putting things in place, creating an atmosphere, creating tension, slowly giving character development in a very natural way without expositing every single bit of the scenario or who they are. And I think of horror movies today are so rapid fire because they know their audience is dumb and they need immediate gratification. I think of like the last, Conjuring? Second it starts, it's like some kid breaking his neck and back crawling on shit and complete CGI bullshit. Just things flying around the room. I'm just like, God, this is so sad. Everything looks so real. It's so weird to think the further back in time you go, the more real movies look. I was watching scenes from like Terminator 2 and I'm like, oh, it looks so much more real than anything we have today because it is real. Most of what they do is real. It's like 90% real stuff. They didn't have the ability to just cheat their way into making things look on the screen. The CGI should only be used as a necessity. You know what I mean? They had real things in Terminator 2. They had real things in Alien. The Xenomorph is one of the greatest designs of all time. And it's CGI. And it's going to be CGI in Alien Romulus. I'm like, this is a real guy. A really tall, skinny African kid in a suit. It's incredible. It looks phenomenal because it's real. Because nothing's more real than real. Anyways, rewatched it. A+. Absolute masterpiece. I'll put it down in probably the top 10 greatest films ever made. It truly is a work of perfection. Back when Ridley Scott was great. He's still good, but he's not great.